Recording, gonna hit right back into talking today about Wanderlust, style, and travel with Wendy B. So Wendy and I are old friends. She is an amazing travel advisor. Matter of fact, she's right now getting ready to leave for South Africa tomorrow,
Yeah,
right, Wendy?
yeah.
So thanks for being on, Wendy. We're going to talk about a women's style, art, and design adventure that we have put together for all of you guys who need to have some me time, that want to indulge in yourselves. Um, and so we're going to go over those details today. You're going to learn about that and have a quick little chat. And then you're going to learn how you can apply to join us on this trip. But first, I wanted to introduce Wendy a little bit more. She's been on my broadcast before. She's an amazing resource for travel in many parts of the world. As I mentioned, she helped plan a trip for my family and I last year to Spain. We went to Madrid, Valencia, and Barcelona. She also does trips to other parts of Europe, Italy, and Mexico is also another place that she's kind of expert in. So Winnie, tell everybody just really quickly how you got the idea kind of to propose doing this women's travel to Spain, and then how we kind of developed this northern Spain itinerary, which we're going to talk about today.
Sure. Yeah. I was fortunate enough at the beginning of the year in March, maybe it was April, to be invited to attend the Spain Tourism Summit that was on the island of Mallorca. And prior to the summit, we had the opportunity to do a pre-land trip, and I chose the Andalusia trip prior to getting to the island. And while walking through Sevilla and Malaga, I saw these beautiful boutiques and stores for women with amazing shoes and handbags and just all kinds of accoutrements to make them look beautiful. And I knew that you had put together the Paris trip prior to that.
Mhm.
So when it sparked the interest in my mind. I'm like, when I get home, I'm going to touch base with Suze and see if she's going to do another trip, she be interested in doing the trip to Spain? And that's where that came about. So, the rest is history, right? We connected, and you liked the idea, and then we just kind of talked about where we would want to go in Spain, because Spain is a beautiful country and it has something for everyone. And just the fact that they have these beautiful designers with these designer boutiques where it's all one of a kind, and they have shops where you can make your own espadrilles, and there's handbags and haberdasheries, and just really, really cool things. It's not your cookie cutter souvenir type stuff. So I did, when I went to the Spain summit, I met with about 75 different tour destination management companies and tour operators, and I ran into a woman who had a business, a destination management company that specialized in trips specifically for women, and also with a focus on sustainability, which really intrigued me. So, so when you and I started talking about putting together this trip, that's who I reached out to and who put together this beautiful itinerary for us. So I'm really excited about this itinerary. It's really an amazing itinerary, and it's going to be wonderful. You might want to talk a little bit, Suze, about how we decided on
Mhm.
the two beautiful cities that we're going to be visiting while we're there. Those are the main focus, the cities, but we'll be going to some other places in the area as well.
Right. Well, Wendy, you put it so lovely that, how kind of this evolution came about and really kind of leaning into both of our expertise, right? So, you have access to years and years of planning these trips and then also with these partners. So that's what really intrigued me, was having just had this experience last year in Spain. I've been just desiring, to speak more Spanish, to go back to Spain. And when I started looking at a broader view of, Paris obviously was all about shopping and the luxury of, having these, beautiful experiences in the most timeless, beautiful, fun city, with clients that had wanted to have this kind of um, one of a kind experience as well with local designers. And so that was sort of like that was the focus, which is a part of this trip that you and I have planned, but it actually is in partnership with um, other cultural experiences that Spain has to offer, right? So how we eventually got to northern Spain was we thought, okay, where can we be in a place where we are exposed to um, the sustainability part of it is key because within Spain, this area of Spain, northern part of Spain, in Bilbao, in Utaria, in San Sebastian, is known for not just apparel, but all these other components of their culture that are sustainable, which is really where we want to go with looking after ourselves and our planet in the most responsible way and travel in that regard. And getting exposed to these cultures is why we really decided to lean into this area. And just the beauty of it, it just was shocking to me. And also San Sebastian being, a film festival headquarters really of Spain, but also of Europe. I mean, it's as well known as Cannes when it comes to art and culture and design and film. So we started thinking, what about other arts, design, architecture? You've got the Guggenheim, very famous, art museum in Bilbao, designed by Frank Gehry. So that just in and of itself, just you see those images of the Guggenheim, and you think of all these other amazing places that Frank Gehry has designed. And you're like, okay, that's a cool place. Everybody knows about Bilbao when it comes to that. But Basque Country is you've got the wine, so you've got wine country, and you've got the culinary arts. So you have more Michelin star restaurants in this area of San Sebastian than you do like in most of Spain.
Yeah, you were going to take
So
you took the words right out of my mouth. San Sebastian's known for their Michelin star restaurants, and getting back to Bilbao, it used to be a pretty gritty town before the Guggenheim was built, and once the Guggenheim was they decided on building the Guggenheim in Bilbao, it's had this resurgence, and there's a lot of really other cool architectural delights, I guess, that you can view when you're there, and it's really cleaned itself up really well, and it's so pretty. And the old town is really interesting too, with all the little winding cobblestone streets with all the great restaurants and shops that are there as well. So, we'll be based in Bilbao, so that's where we'll spend most of our time. But it's so close to these other cities or other towns, Getaria and San Sebastian. I mean, short transfer rides, within an hour, hour and a half. But there's so much to see and do in Getaria and San Sebastian. I love San Sebastian. It's so picturesque. It's really pretty.
Oh my gosh, right? So, you know, that is something that, I mean, just looking at the itinerary. So, um, to share briefly, you have so much knowledge, Wendy, and I know that you've been to all these places before. So that's what's really cool. But I'm excited just to share with all of you guys a little bit about what we've been doing, the kind of journey that we're going to be on here with 5-day extravaganza, very luxurious, done for you planning. So this is where, we have someone with Wendy's expertise and her partners. So she mentioned Alice at Focus on Women, which is the company that we're working with, which is all about women's trips with the underlying sort of tagline of sustainability. And so based in, like I said, like we've been saying, Bilbao, we will be taking day trips, 30-minute drives on a private, luxurious transport all to ourselves. This is not like your regular tours. This is, as we mentioned, all women. So groups of women who want to travel together with other people that have that like-minded sort of mindset, that want to have these adventures together, want to experience this kind of, lavish, sort of done for you, as I mentioned, all planned out. So there'll be a lot of togetherness, but there'll also be, time that we'll have on our own as well. So um, we mentioned Vitoria, which is the birthplace of Cristobal Balenciaga, very famous Spanish designer who, in effect, was considered kind of like the inspiration for many of the designers throughout the latter half of the 20th century, 21st century, 20th, sorry, including Dior. So of that caliber, if you have not heard of Balenciaga, probably most of you have. Hopefully, if you follow me, you know about some of these famous Spanish designers.
Yeah,
But
I'm
mhm,
excited to go visit that museum. I mean, I love to look at those beautiful designs and how creative. Who thinks of this stuff, But thank God there are people that do.
absolutely right. I mean, we're fortunate to have um, the FOW who really are experts in women's trips in Spain. But I've heard of Alice's knowledge in the area put together this kind of itinerary. So we want to just really pop on here really quickly and tell you about the 5-day trip that we have planned. That's just more than just your average trip. We'd love for you to go deeper into any questions that you have once you look at the itinerary and the information page, and reach out to Wendy and I. We're available for a quick chat to have any kind of questions that you have about bringing your friends, about signing up and getting your place held, because this is an intimate setting. We have only 10 spaces available, and they're filling up fast because April 22nd through the 27th of next year is coming fast. I know Wendy is already booking travel for her clients for next year, for well into next year. So we do have some early bird registration bonuses that are, you guys, really not to be missed. So including some special deals for Wendy for planning, style, and packing prep sessions with me. And we have another partner who is an expert in putting together your points portfolio. Kelly Butler helped me put together, before planning Spain or during. I'm putting together a trip to New Zealand and Australia. So first time ever going with my family for this winter break. So Kelly helped me achieve this using the points. So where Wendy comes in with all of the travel for putting together, the itinerary of the trip before and after trips, which, next year, if you want to travel to Spain and you have maybe a spouse or family that wants to come afterwards, Wendy would be the person that would be putting together that trip for you. And so that's part of the specials that we wanted to just briefly touch on, that there are only a few of those available for the first early birds that get registered. And putting together points takes some time, right? So if you don't already have a cachet of points, that's where Kelly comes in, and her expertise is just, I've never seen anybody with her knowledge of which cards to get, how to get the spend requirements done. So you get these phenomenal bonuses, and you can use for using points for air travel and hotel. And there's other things there too that you get bonus wise. Like we just signed up for the Amex Platinum, and there's some bonuses for the TSA travel pre-check, and can't remember kind of some of the other ones. Clear, I think, is another one,
Yeah,
as you
global
know.
TSA and global entry, sometimes they reimburse you those fees, which is really
Right.
nice. And you might get a discount or free Clear. And I have to say that Clear, it saves so much time. I use it all the time. But
Hmm.
I have United, so and they reimburse me for my global entry. But I just love having all those extras to get through the
Right.
airport without like
Yeah.
long lines.
Oh, for sure. Right. And with spring travel, there's always more people traveling over spring break and that kind of thing. We are avoiding that time frame. We chose April 27th, 22nd through the 27th, because it's giving us a better room for availability of these restaurants, that 5-star restaurant or Michelin star restaurants that we're going to, and accessibility to the tours before summer tourism starts, right? So in
And the weather
advance of all of that,
will still be lovely.
right? So we can pack things that are more forgiving to the climate, right? And it will be warmer, but not as hot as it can get in Spain in the middle of the summer. So all those things together put together a pretty phenomenal Wanderlust experience. We're kind of running out of time, so just encourage you guys to reach out about the trip. We are taking bookings now, and we want to get that sewn up as soon as possible. So if you have questions, please do let us know. Wendy, anything else you want to say about Spain, about any of our locations, about um, the itinerary? Like I said, go in deep. We have a boat trip one day. We are going to be making our own espadrilles, not
Yeah, so
sewing them,
awesome.
but
I'm
picking out the
excited
fabric.
about that.
I
I
know.
was, and don't forget, I get to go buy my pink beret that I lost this winter, so I'm
Oh my
excited
gosh.
about that.
Yeah, yeah, because they're so close to France. If you look at the location, the millinery and haberdashery, so hat design is a key component there. And so we're all going to be getting berets. I can't wait to get. I
Yeah,
know pink berets. I want a pink beret. Who doesn't
yeah,
want
no, I
that?
wish I could, yeah, I'm so mad that I lost it. But no, I think it's a beautiful itinerary. I say that from the, with all honesty, it's a really beautiful itinerary, and it is it's a luxury itinerary.
Yes.
It's well planned out, and although like you said earlier, it's not like you will have free time to explore too. It's not like every minute of every day is planned out for you and you'll be exhausted. So it's not like you're getting up at the crack of dawn and you don't get back to your room until midnight, because the Spaniards do eat late.
Yes, they do. They have a whole different culture. Like they know what they're doing. This is why I want to go live there for like chunks of the year because they're so efficient, right? And the environment is gorgeous and beautiful wherever you go, whatever you're doing. You
Yeah,
just
it is.
you want to languish and enjoy and recharge, right? Like there's this level of lifestyle that is you just can forget about everything else and just really lean into having this kind of experience that changes your life. It really is soul charging. It's a soul expansive kind of thing.
Yeah, it is really beautiful. And, like I said, it's a beautiful itinerary. We're staying at a beautiful hotel. I won't tell you the name because then you won't look to
Yes.
see what it is.
Yeah, that place looks so cool. Beautiful old building, but then like really modern and cool on the inside.
Yeah,
Again, like so
yeah,
well done, right? Yeah.
it's located really well, and Bilbao and San Sebastian and Getteria is a cute little town in between the two, and that's where all the locals go, like on weekends or when they have a holiday, they go there because it's a short drive, and it's a cute little town, and it has great little restaurants, and everybody sits outside and drinks wine and eats seafood, and it's really really lovely.
I love that whole idea. Like they just know what they're doing. They're just sipping their little coffees, after 10, right, in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
And then, you get into this rhythm with the siesta, with the downtime where things are closed, which it just encourages you to go and have your own siesta and then come back out later and have
Mhm.
that late meal, where it's not a heavy meal. So I just love Spain. Necesitamos practicar nuestro español, right? So everybody start speaking Spanish, and I'm gonna have us sign off, and we will be checking with all of you to get you signed up as soon as possible with all your girlfriends for the Wanderlust style and travel experience with Wendy and Suze. Thanks, Wendy, for
All
being
right.
on.
Yeah, thank
Love
you.
you to pieces.
Yeah, love you too. Talk to you later. Hope to see
Ciao, ciao,
everybody. Bye.
ciao.